delicious Singapore hawker food at Maxwell Food Centre. Welcome to another food adventure with Getting Lost. Today we are at Maxwell Food Centre again to try lots of good food like these fritters and some curry, some chicken curry. Also some noodles, dumpling noodles, and some hor fun. Yes, we are at Maxwell Food Centre, a food centre with lots of good food, and we're going to eat them all today. So join me after the intro as we eat more food at Maxwell Food Centre. Welcome back. This is Maxwell Food Centre. This is the entrance. This entrance has been actually covered up due to the construction of the MRT station, which is still in progress now. But this entrance, they have actually opened it again, and we can use this entrance to come in and out. We are right at the edge of Chinatown, and we're heading to inside for more food. Let's start off with this place called China Street Fritters. This place here sells something that is slowly disappearing from Singapore food scene, which is like ngoh hiang, or like fritters, Chinese style fritters. And this shop itself is one of the shops that is in Maxwell Food Centre that is quite popular and opens to quite late. And you can actually order a set, and this set here cost me $5.20. A set will come with a plate of noodles, bihun noodles, which is thin rice noodles cooked with a bit of bean sprouts and soya sauce. And these are all the different types of fritters. And it comes with two types of sauce. The left one is the chili sauce, the right one is the sweet sauce. And you use that to dip these items in there. So right at the end there, which is the egg roll, and then you have the sausage, which is on top of the egg roll, and then you also have a liver roll, and then you also have some cucumber, and right underneath there, there's also a meat roll. So overall, this place here, what's good here, what people come here for is first of all, this is the sausage itself. The sausage itself is a bit meaty and savoury, but it's just average. And this is the liver roll. This is one of the things that people come here for. So it's actually just liver, and then there is some vegetables, and they roll it up in the roll. And then this one is the egg roll, which is some kind of like an egg, which they cook it up something to look like a pancake like that. And then finally, this is the meat roll. So the egg roll itself is nice. It has a nice crunchy outer layer, and inside is soft and eggy and a bit floury inside, and it goes very well with the sweet sauce. The meat roll itself is savoury, meaty and sweet. It has a nice meaty fragrance to it and a nicely fried outer skin, but the meat roll itself is a bit small. The liver roll, nice. I like the liver roll. It has a very livery taste with a nice crunch from the vegetable on the inside. Overall, I quite like this because all the fritters here are still slightly warm, which means that it was actually cooked recently. And next up is the next store that actually sells the fritters too, and this shop is called Hup Kee, and they also sell ngoh hiang or Chinese fritters. And this shop here also have a menu where you can order for one person, which this one here instead costs you $5.80, which is slightly more expensive. And these are all the items you can see here. There are also extra items you can order, like a century egg, but that doesn't come together with the set. And the set also comes together with noodles, which is the bihun noodles, which is rice noodles. And the sauce itself is also the same. You have a sweet sauce and also a spicy sauce. The noodles itself is still the same, but it's slightly more flavorful than the previous one. This is the sweet sauce on the left, and on the right is the chili sauce. Then this is the whole plate of all the different types of fritters you get. So here you also get a sausage, and then but here you also get tofu, and then you also have a fishball, a meat roll, and an egg roll or something like an egg cake like that. Let's first talk about the meat roll. The meat roll itself is actually nice and meaty and surprisingly sweet. It's a very small roll, but even though it's small, it has a very good flavor to it, which I quite like. Then you also have the sausage. The sausage actually tastes very similar to the meat roll, but slightly less flavorful. And then there's also the egg cake or the egg roll here, which is nice and crunchy and dense and also a bit oily. It's like a dense oily cake. Then the tofu itself quite nice. Nice outer layer, soft tender inside, and goes very well with the sauce. It's the same also with the fishball. Overall, another interesting dish and something you should try if you're here at this food center before it's gone. Next up is this shop that is called Fuzhou Fishball Wonton Noodles. And this shop actually sells wonton noodles in its bag, and with different types of toppings. You can have it with the wonton noodles, which comes with a char siu, or that is barbecue pork. You can have it with Fuzhou fish balls, which are actually fish balls stuffed with meat inside, or you can have it with dumpling, or you can have it with mushroom and shredded chicken. What I ordered was, I actually ordered the one with dumplings. So this dish is actually a pork and prawn dumpling noodle. It cost me $4 for the small portion. The noodles itself was just slightly overdone, but still has a nice texture to it. And I felt that by itself, the noodles was a bit under-seasoned. Then you also need to add the sambal that you see at the counter there. You need to add the sambal into your noodles, because this sambal adds the extra flavor, the extra dimension that is needed in the noodles itself. So you add in, first of all, extra saltiness, definitely spiciness, and a slightly fermented sour taste that makes the noodles totally delicious. The dumplings itself is definitely much smaller than what you see in the pictures on the display, but the filling of the dumplings itself is nice and firm. It has a salty pork and prawn filling, which is very nice and much better than I expected. Next up is this shop here called Tasty Barbecue. It's not open, but I'm not really featuring the food here, but this place here actually cooks very old school Western food. If you're missing old school Singapore Western food, you can come here and try. They do it very well. Only the portion size is a bit small, but they do it quite tastily and quite nicely. The next stall is called Special Shanghai Dim-Sum. And what they sell here, they sell a variety of things. They sell dumplings, the deep fried type and the steamed type. Then they also have a hot and sour soup. And then they also have fried rice and noodles. And the noodles is this noodles here, which is called Hor Fan, which is actually flat rice noodles cooked in a starchy sauce. So this dish itself is a small portion, which cost me $3. First of all, the noodles itself is nice, soft and tender, cooked together with maybe some soya sauce, and it's slightly salty. But what's really good here, what sets this dish apart, is the sauce. The sauce itself is super flavorful and adds most of the flavor to the dish itself. The sauce is a starchy sauce, it's eggy, it's savory, it's full flavored, it's sticky, it's just lots and lots of goodness in it. The sotong and prawns is fresh, but what's really good, like I said, is the sauce itself. The sauce itself coats all the different ingredients very nicely, very gooey, very stickily. It sticks to every single piece of the dish and makes it totally delicious. Very yummy, and I quite like it. And lastly, we're going to have a rice dish at this shop called Hainanese Curry Rice. And curry rice is basically just a rice dish where you add in the ingredients you want, then they will top it up and cover it all with curry. So here's the shop itself. As you can see, they're busy doing that. So there are a lot of wide variety of items that you can choose from. Okay, then you just choose which item you want. They'll put it onto the plate, and then they'll put lots of curry on top of it. So what I ordered from this shop is, I ordered 3 items, pork chop, an omelette, and stewed cabbage. And in total it cost me $3.20, which is very cheap for a mixed rice dish. So this is the dish itself that I ordered. As you can see, it's drenched in curry. This place is slightly different than other Hainanese curry rice, is that other places, not only do they put curry, they also put in the braising sauce that they use to braise their stewed pork. Here they didn't do that, and they only use one type of curry. Other places, sometimes they may use more than one type of curry. On top there is the omelette, which they actually did quite well. It's quite nicely done. And then there is the pork chop on your right, near to the fork. The pork chop itself is nice and crispy. It has a nice batter, which is totally crispy and very thin. And this is the omelette itself. And then pork chop, done very well. Quite nice, a bit sweet. When you bite into it, it's a bit sweet. And then this is stewed cabbage. Overall, not the best, but it's very affordable, very cheap. That's why people eat here, and there's always a long queue for this dish. Anyway, this is our venture here at Maxwell Food Centre. I hope you enjoyed the food that you saw here. I surely enjoyed eating it. And there's lots more food that we can eat here, which you will see in the next video. And before we go, please consider to like my videos, share my videos, and subscribe to my channel. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it if you do. And lastly, the most important thing, the thing that you must do, is to join me for my next food adventure. Until then, bye bye.